What do you mean there wasn't sufficient evidence? That kid had 2 ounces of coke in that dresser. Why can't we use that? Yeah, Yeah, okay, right, Wayne. I think my answer just walked in. Thank you, and I'll get back to you later.
Problems, John?
Don't tell me, illegal search, right?
I beg your pardon?
It's funny. You don't look innocent. You don't smell innocent, so don't play innocent.
Hey, now, John, is that any way to talk to a professional colleague?
The day I consider you a pro is the day I get my head examined. Now, why don't you tell me how you got this Jackson kid off on these drug charges?
Now, Mrs. Gilbert, who was it that referred you to Dr. Martin?
I'm not sure I'm supposed to tell.
It might help if you tell me.
Well, it was Dr. Fazan. Vanessa, she sent me.
I see. Well, now, we don't want to tell Dr. Martin that she sent you.
We don't?
No. Like, you see, Dr. Fazan is not an MD. She's only a PhD. Now, if Dr. Martin knew she made the referral, well, he might not want to see you.
But I have to see him. She told me he could help me.
Don't worry. Dr. Martin will see you. In fact, I'll be glad to introduce you. He is the best in Kingsley, you know.
Yes, of course.
But you won't tell him about Dr. Fazan, will you?
No.
Okay, Mrs. Jameson, Debbie Rivers, Mary Simpson.
Mary Simpson?
Yeah, why? We've invited her to some of our little get-togethers in the past.
Yes, but Lori, this dinner we're giving isn't another little get-together.
So, do you think we should invite her then?
Well, to be truthful, I'd rather not. I don't have anything against her personally. It's just I don't think she's going to fit in.
Okay. Jerry Nichols. So much for Jerry Nichols. Ellen Bradley?
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, Sherry Jefferson.
Sherry Jefferson. Didn't she win some kind of award recently?
Hey, you know, I think I do remember that Stacy did an article on her for the Chronicle. Something about a cancer research firm that just opened up outside Kingsley.
Right, you're right. She received a lot of recognition for that. I'll tell you what, I'll ask Brian about that and see what he thinks.
Brian?
Well, yes. Honey, look, I know these invitations make you a little uncomfortable, but we need to make a good impression on the people at the Institute, right?
Yeah, sure.
And I know you're going to be the social attraction of the evening.
Oh, well, I will do my best, Dr. Martin. And I think I'll be meeting some interesting people, too.
Oh, I think you will.
Yeah.
Listen, I gotta run. Can I take this list with me to show it to Brian?
The whole list?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're inviting the right people. I want everyone to have a good time.
Yeah, okay. Me too. That's all right. You can show that.
Gotta run. See you later.
Okay. Bye.
By the way, I may be just a little late getting home tonight.
Why?
Well, I have a meeting with, it's going to be a surprise, but I decided I should tell you anyway. I have a meeting with Tom Paxton. He's one of the top real estate agents here in the city.
Real estate? Well, why do you need to see a real estate person?
Well, we can't sell this place by ourselves, can we?
Sell? Oh, Ben, come on. Why do you want to sell this place? I mean, your mom and dad really sacrificed a lot to give us this place.
Yeah, they did, but they didn't expect us to live here forever. And besides, we've outgrown the place. That's why I have this meeting with Tom. He's going to show me some of those beautiful colonials out in the Namason Shore area. Don't worry. I won't make a decision without you, I promise. I just think it'll be a lot of fun to look at a few places. You know, check them out. Talk to you later. Gotta run. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, did you and Dr. Dave set a date yet?
We decided to wait until October.
I thought you were sure.
We are. We're both very sure. I just need to think of some other people, though.
Other people like Stacy.
Peter, she has been through so much. I mean, even though she's okay about our marriage now, I still think that we should give her some more time to adjust. So that's why we've decided to wait until a year's passed since Kate's death. That's all.
I never thought I'd get over Dad's death.
I never thought I would either. But now, I guess that's why I feel so confident about marrying Dave. When I'm with him, I'm comfortable in both the past and the present.
I think Stacy's gonna be fine. I apologized to her about this mix-up with Gil and Russ, you know? She's getting her head together. Davidson's. What? Oh. When did she die? Well, look, if there's anything we can do. Okay. Would you tell Courtney that we're very sorry? Okay. Thanks a lot, Tina. Bye.
Peter, what is it? What's wrong?
Courtney's mom died.
I'm sorry.
You know, I was just thinking about when I went up to see her at Rose Hill. I thought how fortunate Courtney was to have somebody who cared about her as much as she did. Just like you, Mom.
Thank you.
I wonder how Courtney's gonna handle this.
Well, she's very strong. I don't think you have to worry about her.
Maybe it'll bring Courtney and Vaughn back together.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Carla, come on in. I was wondering if you were going to get here.
Hi, Peter.
Hi.
You two seem awfully quiet about something.
We just heard that Phyllis Carpenter died. You probably didn't remember her. She was Miriam's aunt.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Was it sudden?
No, not really. She had Alzheimer's disease for quite some time. The doctors thought for a while there that she might recover. But she suffered a setback, and things just got worse.
Maybe I should go over there and see how things are going.
I think that'd be a good idea. Look, would you please give Courtney and Mr. Carpenter my sympathies, too?
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, Carla, we had better get started if we're going to get in on that buffet special.
Okay, this sounds like one hungry lady.
She's learning from her son.
You know, that's something Gene would say to Ione.
Say, how's he doing?
Well, you know, he's investigating this Domi group.
Domi, that's what Aunt Nancy's in. Yeah. Well, he told me how much trouble he had trying to get McGovern to approve this story.
Yeah, well, now I wish McGovern didn't let him do it.
You think he might be in some kind of danger?
Well, let's put it this way. Given the way Gene feels about religion, the last thing he needs is some flake like this Dr. Fazan parading her philosophies around him.
Hey, come on. Gene's not gullible enough to fall for this Domi stuff.
Now, I don't know, Peter. Sometimes people get involved in something like that without realizing what's going on.
And that's what bothers me. Now, Gene says part of his MSO recital is the...
MSO, what's that?
Now, that's just one of the many things he has to memorize to infiltrate the inner levels. Well, anyway, it goes something like, truth is only truth if I perceive it as such.
Come on.
Oh, dear.
That's your basic philosophy class in Kingsley College.
Exactly. I mean, it's not far from what Gene used to say when he was in college.
Well, maybe he'll wrap up the story soon.
For
and-
his sake, Terry, I hope so.
Now, I am paid to represent my clients. And in this case, it just so happens that my client's son had the snow stashed in a drawer. And just because you have a bleeding heart for all the runaways that died, that doesn't give you the right to search there, John. And another thing, just because I happen to make a very good living at what I do and you have to sweat it out here.
Don't tell me about your living. You try telling your client. You try telling him the next time his son snorts a little too much. You try and tell him about your living, about the money he's paying you to put his son on a slab.
Hey, Sergeant!
Excuse me? Don't you ever knock?
Oh, boy. Another case got you in a stew again?
Yes, but just for the moment.
Well, look, if I'm interrupting, I can always...
No, you please sit down, Tina. Mr. Myers was just leaving.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Why don't you just let me know when he's done?
Look, John, like I said, we've all got our jobs to do. Just don't make it a point of interfering with my legal duties, huh?
Lawyers, especially ones like that, they make my skin crawl.
Well, that's obvious. You talk to him like one of your prisoners.
I'm just sorry he's not one of them.
Why, what's he done?
He got a cokehead off on a technicality with some teenage kid OD'd on the floor.
Yeah.
He says it's his job, but if I didn't know his reputation so well, I wouldn't be so upset.
What else is he involved in?
Oh, well, you see, he used to be married to this other predator by the name of Julia, and the two of them cooked up this little scam that they ran on a lady named Nancy Lawson a couple of months ago.
How?
Well, he convinced Miss Lawson that she should be suing one of the best physicians in Kingsley, Dr. Ben Martin, of malpractice, right after he saved her life. Can you believe that?
Believe it. Tell me more.
Well, Myers then proceeded to convince Miss Lawson that he was in love with her. He was going to divorce his wife, Julia, and marry her after she got her settlement.
So, what happened?
Well, the whole thing backfired. Julia wised up and actually helped Dr. Martin to expose her husband. And when Nancy dropped the lawsuit, Myers shows up at the wedding, gets cold feet, backs out.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, we never had enough concrete evidence to get any kind of an indictment on Mr. Myers. But I'm going to tell you one thing, sis. I am going to nail that slime one of these days, and if you got any sense, you're going to stay away from him.
Well, Dr. Martin, I was beginning to wonder if you decided to spend the day on the golf course.
Oh, well, if I did, it would be because of your example.
That's the spirit. Now you're getting into the swing of things around here.
Speaking of swing of things, check this out. Tell me what you think.
No, you're still slicing the ball, old Betty.
Get out of here.
That's more like it. That is the Ben Martin I used to know.
Hey, listen, I need your advice.
All right.
This is for the dinner party that Lori and I are throwing. This is the invitation list. I want to see what you think about it.
Uh-oh, watch out. This Brian Graham fella can get really out of hand sometimes.
Granted, but his heart's in the right place. What about Debbie Rivers?
Ooh, now that river runs deep. You talk about sure and steady.
You don't have to go into details. Just Sherry Jefferson. You know, she had some articles published recently.
Sherry Jefferson.
Yeah.
She used to have this little old dog that she carried around in her shoulder bag.
How old was it?
It was so old that the last time that I saw Sherry, that little dog died.
Oh, no.
And then she asked me to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Need I say more?
No, I asked for your advice.
Yeah, well, here's some more advice. I should say a warning. There is a very troubled lady waiting outside to see you.
I know, I saw her. She spoke to me as I was coming in. She said she had heard all these great things about me, or...
Well, from what I could find out, some very dashing gentleman has recommended you to her.
Dashing gentleman. I wonder who that could be.
Mrs. Gilbert, Dr. Martin will see you now.
I'm Mrs. Gilbert.
How do you do, Mrs. Gilbert? Please come in, have a seat. Well, what can I do for you?
Yeah, it's all sort of new, yeah. But you know, it really is sort of fun, too.
You like these Institute functions, don't you?
Well, my wardrobe's full for the first time in a long time. I like that.
Oh, who wouldn't?
Yeah. Yeah, and I just don't want to let Ben down in any way, you know? I mean, with this new position and everything, it's very important that he look good to his colleagues, and I guess that's why, we have to be a little more careful about who we invite to the parties.
Well, I'm sure that your dinner party is going to be very successful.
Yeah. It's not like we're getting snobbish or anything like that. It's just that when we see the money that floats around Bedford, well, you know, you want to get your start off on the right foot, you know. You understand, don't you?
As long as you want to help Ben, and you keep everything in the right perspective, and I'm sure you will, there shouldn't be any problem.
Yeah, you know, that's really what I think about it too now. I mean, it's one thing to live beyond your means, but if you're making good money and you're working hard and you're making your money honestly, I mean, why not have a few nice things and meet nice people? And anyway, you know, the people that I'm meeting lately they really are fascinating.
Well, I'm sure they are. But you've got to remember, you're a pretty fascinating person yourself.
Did I ever tell you how much I love you?
Only a few hundred times.
Yeah, well, consider this the 999th time. I love you.
And I love you too, sweetheart. Which is one of the reasons that I dropped by today. I have something to tell you.
What? You set the date for the wedding!
It's gonna be around October.
Oh, Mom! Oh, Mom, I am so happy for you. Have you told Peter? Oh, gosh, I can't wait to tell Ben. Do you realize late October is when Ben and I got married? Mom, if you and Dave got married in October, the same date we got married, then we could all celebrate our anniversaries together. I'd love it.
It's certainly an idea.
Oh, Mom.
Hi.
Peter?
Hey, Mom isn't here.
Oh, I wanted to see her. Well, never mind. You mind if I stay for a minute?
No, I gotta stay on the books, though.
Oh, okay. So, Peter, how are you doing?
Okay.
You don't sound too sure.
Well, Courtney's mom died yesterday afternoon.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're not still involved with her, are you?
Well, actually, it's really more
When are you
just
going to stop letting these people take advantage of you?
Take advantage. I just said her mother died. I don't get the connection.
No. And I suppose the next stop is to go and visit her and pay her condolences, right?
I think that'd be the decent thing to do, yeah.
Peter, you can talk with me about it. I understand.
I really don't think there's anything to talk about.
Peter, there's nothing wrong with needing help. You know, you and I are a lot alike.
We are.
Mm-hmm. But you know, you gotta stop repressing all this bitterness that you feel inside you. You know, you gotta let things out. The way you feel about Courtney and Vaughn ruining your chances for happiness. And I'm sure you must be tired of people like Courtney and Vicky rejecting you. But you know, there's a person that can help you get over that feeling of rejection and just get your confidence back again.
Who might that be?
Dr. Vanessa Fazan. Peter, I can't begin to tell you how I've taken dominion over people and circumstances in my life since I enrolled in DOMI, DOMI.
Oh, I bet you can.
Peter, it's wonderful. And I want you to experience that same inner awakening that I have.
I appreciate the offer there, Aunt Nancy, but I don't feel like I'm asleep.
Peter, there's no legitimate reason for not getting involved with DOMI now. I mean, it's the wave of the future.
Well, I can think of a good reason.
What?
Carla Redland was over here this morning. She's pretty worried about it.
What on earth for?
Seems Jean Redland's involved in it.
Gene Redland's involved in DOMI?
Well, he's looking into it.
Well, what do you mean? Is he signed up for the course, or is he just doing a story for the Chronicle?
Oh, I don't think a guy like Gene would be...
What? What were you going to say, Peter?
I think that he's just doing a story like seeing what good they're doing for the community.
Oh, well, they are, you know. They're doing a lot of good.
I tell you what, I'm not ready to join DOMI, so if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back into these books.
You know, I understand perfectly, Peter. That's all right. And you know, I'm not the least bit offended. That's because DOMI has really changed me. And I know someday you're going to be receptive to it. Well, listen, you know, you've helped me a lot more than you know. I'll see you later.
Uh-huh.
Take care.
Okay.
Oh, Doctor, I know this sounds as though I'm rambling, but I just don't know how I'm going to handle all this. I know, it just seems as though I can't please anybody.
Well, it seems to me your problems stem from fear and excessive stress, Mrs. Gilbert.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you're right. That's why if you can prescribe a tranquilizer, I'm sure it'll help me.
Have you ever considered therapy?
Oh, Dr. Martin, I've been through so many therapists all through the years, and only one has ever helped. And, well, never mind. The reason I came to you was I need someone with your reputation to reassure me. Don't you think I need something to calm my nerves?
Yes, I do. What kinds of medication are you on?
Well, nothing prescribed, but I know I need something stronger. Something's got to help me to be able to cope.
Well, no drug can help you cope more than a short period of time. But I'll tell you what, along with this prescription, I'll have my nurse set up an appointment with one of our staff therapists. If that's all right with you.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. That'll be fine.
Good. Just check with her right outside.
Yes, I will.
Have a good day, Mrs. Gilbert.
Thank you.